if everyone could please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to our Village Board regular meeting. Today is Tuesday, October 17th. It's 7:06. On the dais to my immediate right is Deputy Mayor Paul Lang. To his right is Trustee Richard Kalor. To my left is Trustee Davinko, and to his immediate left is Trustee Mack. I have a few announcements. Some of them were already given out earlier at earlier meetings. This Saturday, October 21st, Walk for Heroes at 10 o'clock in the morning, starting at Vern Allen Park, walking down Ahern to Somerset, up Somerset to Decker Drive to Ballard Pond to Ahern, back to Ahern to Memorial Park. There will be a small memorial service after. Sunday, October 22nd at 9 a.m., we will be planting trees, shrubs, plants from Trees for Tribs along the Woodney Creek in the new community park, of course, from the middle school. We are seeking volunteers to help us that day. We will be receiving from Trees for Tribs 135 plants, shrubs, and trees. We performed a smoke test that went real well. We found some issues in the areas that were tested. A complete report will be made available within the next 2 weeks. This test will continue early spring. It's usually a 4-day test, and we use 2 of those 4 days. The Vern Allen Committee has been meeting with ideas for that park, along with other areas throughout the village. Our presentation to the public will be made available shortly. Remember, this is coming from a pledged grant from Assemblyman Skoufis. We did officially receive a notice from Environmental Facilities Corporation dated October 5th from the New York State Water Infrastructure Improvement. We received a grant for the upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $3,240,377. The EFC will determine the amount of our grant with the project when the project is complete and EFC confirms the final project cost. This grant may be reduced if total project costs are less than anticipated, or if the project receives grants from another source. If you remember, we also received, also took out a $13.2 million bond. $6 million of that money, 6.1 million of that money was at 0%, and the rest was at a low interest loan. Our groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for October 28th at 10 p.m. at the wastewater treatment plant.
PM?
AM. Hopefully, did I say PM?
Yeah.
I'm not going there
It's
tonight.
gonna be good.
Hope to see you all there. Should be fun. Our new village website is up and running. Please take some time to review it. We're in the process of tweaking some other ideas, but it is our intention to keep everyone informed on everything here in the village. This is just one way of doing just that. Washingtonville is on Saturday, October 21st from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Vern Allen Park. It's also scheduled a trunk or treat for this event. Police curfew will be in effect on Monday, October 30th, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. and again on Tuesday, October 31st, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday and Tuesday. This might be a little early but next year Washingtonville Little League will be celebrating its 60th anniversary. As the information comes into us, we will get it out to you. We have reached a tentative agreement on our MIA for the sweeper, intermunicipal agreement. However, we were led to believe by the previous administration that we had $245,000 laying around in the bank and we just had to write a check. And they were going to deliver the sweeper. Well, the truth is that we have to float a bond in the interim. From the time that we purchase the sweeper until the time that we receive the money. All details of this bond will be made available as soon as I receive them. You look puzzled.
Yes.
So am I. That was a surprise. Every day I get a surprise. We will be starting our budget process within the next few weeks. I will post a schedule as soon as it's available for the public hearings. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay, so moving right along. Public hearings. Introductory local law, amending chapter 162 of the Village Code, vehicles and traffic.
Make a motion that we open a public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We have the information on these two codes on the table. Please come up and take a copy of both local laws.
I just have maybe one, maybe two comments. My first comment is, I'm a little upset that the attorney sent this information to us this afternoon.
No,
Yeah,
no, the local laws he sent on October 5th
well,
for review.
he emailed these in our inbox today.
The resolution, yeah.
Right, so, you know, from a point of the resolution, then my question is, so, let's, back to that point. I know we've been trying, and we need to get this type of information at least a few days before the meeting, so it gives everybody the opportunity to review it. Because the question I have about commercial vehicles is in 162-1, which talks about the parking rules of vehicles, designed, maintained, or used for primary for transportation, raw materials.
What section are you looking at? First-
162-1?
Is that under definitions?
Yeah.
Good.
So I guess at the end of the day, we're saying any vehicle that has the following characteristics shall be deemed a commercial vehicle: 2 axles, 6 tires, 3 or more axles. And again, I think it goes on to say something about that a commercial vehicle having 2 axles will not be permitted. And again, this is sketchy because we
You
really
gotta tell me,
haven't
you
done.
gotta tell me where you're reading
Well,
specifically.
I was reading it on the train, so that was, you know, my surprise, so
But
that's what I'm saying, it's sketchy.
This same thing that you got on the email today was sent to the board on October 5th. I have the email right here. And it gave you plenty of time to review it.
Well, when I get it today, then I think there's changes to it. They're not highlighted, they're not marked, and if he's expecting me to read this thing all over again.
So you read the one on October 5th.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I didn't have a chance to reread it when I had it sent today, that's all. You know, I just think for our courtesy and respect that we should have some time rather than trying just to bang it in. There are some good things in here, but I'm questioning, I think where it talked about 2 axle vehicles. So somebody who has a small van and it's got DirecTV on it and it's parked in the guy's driveway, that's not gonna be permissible.
Small van
2 axles
with 2 axles. Doesn't
And
have
it's a commercial
plates.
vehicle.
It's a commercial vehicle.
would be not legal.
You can have 1 commercial vehicle on your driveway.
Okay.
If it's less than the height requirements.
If it's less than 9 feet,
Nothing less, notwithstanding any contained herein, one commercial vehicle such as a van or truck may be stored on a driveway of premises provided it is licensed that its height does not exceed 7 feet 6 inches with fully inflated tires.
That's the issue.
Under no circumstances except, shall any commercial vehicle which is more than 9 feet height be parked anywhere on residential property. So if he had an extended roof on that van. But if you're allowed one commercial vehicle on the property.
Okay. And did we finally come up with the piece of who will be enforcing this violation?
Which one, commercial?
Well, the commercial, for example.
Well, we're doing one at a time. Right now, we're doing 162.
Right, so would that be police
The
and
police.
building inspector, or is
No,
it
the police will be.
just the police? Okay.
If you look on the tab,
Okay.
only the police can issue summons. Any questions,
Yeah,
from the public?
I do. I own a van. My van is, will have letters on it and stuff. My son has a pickup truck that has my name on it. That has commercial vehicle, I think it has commercial plates on it. Now that means that you're gonna be able to park that truck in my driveway because it has my.
Because they live there?
Yes, he lives there.
All right, so in that case, that could be a year-to-year thing. Well, that's for abandoned vehicles, but there would be a form to fill out for an additional vehicle, but that would be for an abandoned vehicle. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
Technically, no, because it says that the homeowner
Okay.
has, you're allowed to have one commercial vehicle on a driveway.
Okay. All right. That was a good question.
I'm not sure I understand. So he has one commercial vehicle in his driveway, his. So then you're saying he's allowed another commercial vehicle in his driveway that's not his?
No, according to the proposed law, only one commercial vehicle would be allowed per household on a driveway.
And he's saying he has two.
One is my son's.
You find nothing wrong with that? If you're saying on one hand, one vehicle is allowed in his driveway per household, and he's saying he has two, and you're saying that's okay,
Is the son the owner of the house?
No.
but he lives there?
Lives there, but he's not the owner of the house. The law's gonna do with the owner of the house.
So when you see two commercial vehicles, say this police officer drives by, he doesn't know this man, he doesn't know his son lives with him, he's gonna come up to the house and inquire?
Actually, he would ticket it if we pass the law.
So he would ticket it not knowing that his son lives with him and is not the owner of the house.
It would be irrelevant unless I misunderstand the law. You only get one per household regardless if you,
The homeowner.
yeah.
Right, but, okay, this sounds like a catch-22. He's the homeowner, he has his own,
And that's all that's permitted is one.
he just said that's okay. If his son is,
No, he misspoke. He's
No,
talking
no.
about the abandonment.
No, he could have one commercial vehicle.
Right, but he's saying two.
he
Yeah,
has,
no,
say
not
okay.
that, I said
Yeah.
that.
She's saying you said okay.
No.
You didn't.
Under the abandoned vehicle law, separate law.
but we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
Okay.
so he misspoke.
Yeah.
It's on the second local law.
Only one commercial vehicle, notwithstanding any contain, one commercial vehicle such as a van or truck may be stored on a driveway if the premises provided licensed in height. Is licensed and height does not exceed 7 feet 6 inches.
I understand that. So, this gentleman has one commercial vehicle in his driveway. His son lives with him. His son has a commercial vehicle. Now, there are two commercial vehicles in his driveway
So
every
the
night.
second one would be unlawful.
Right.
So we would get a ticket every night for that truck being parked in my driveway.
Yes, under the
That's
new law.
nuts.
I think we're having an issue. I mean, I'm just
How
gonna
can
be
you do
fair
that?
with you. I mean, mean, I'm not sure if he has commercial plates on his truck or not. I'm not sure. Could
But if he
ask.
did,
If it
But
does,
if, let's say he did,
yes.
the purpose of the law, we have people where they're parking trucks, trailers,
I
and
understand.
everything on roads,
Oh, I understand.
that we can't get emergency vehicles
Mhm.
past them. So this is in order to alleviate that problem,
I understand.
because it's a major
Right, and I understand that. I live in neighborhood. But as it applies to this gentleman, I think you folks need to go back and kind of rethink this. Because this is very broad.
So that's what
And
this
this
is.
is, and what he's saying is right, that,
It is a public hearing, so what would you suggest?
well, it'd have to be something other than having someone who lives with you in a commercial business with a pickup truck that has commercial plates, so, because you do,